Now, the next thing is actually an interlude. And so if we take a look, there's actually a little bit of an interlude with experience and destiny. So this is the point where we're going to learn about the destiny pool. So at this point, the players have learned the basics of how to play Star Wars role-playing. They have seen how the dice work, gotten a chance to try a variety of actions, and even knocked some heads in. They've also discovered the secret contained within the secure vault on the Starlight Wanderer and realized how important it is to get to the resistance. That was not established yet. Whether they hope to help the plucky freedom fighters by warning them about the looming threat of the First Order or simply hope to make a lot of credits selling the information, their next move is to get off Jakku and find a resistance contact. No matter what their next step is, it's also time to award the hero players some experience and teach them about destiny. Experience awards. As the player heroes continue their adventures and overcome their challenges, they are awarded experience points by the GM, typically at the end of every play session. The heroes may then spend their experience points to purchase new ranks of skills and talents from their specialization trees. Now that the PCs have completed one of their primary story goals, uncover the secret vault in the Starlight Wanderer, they are awarded 10 experience points. The hero players should each turn to the next spread of their character folio now, where the advancement procedure is explained. Players should be sure to note the strain and or wounds their characters have suffered, as well as their current amount of money and any other changes to their characters spent. Stim packs, etc., transferring the information from their first character sheet to the new one. Okay, so we're going to start. Actually, we're going to move to the next page in the character portfolios, which already have information about advancements, and there's like an upgrade menu of the things that you can spend experience points on. And then those are included in the details, depending on where you're at. Okay, so we're going to do that for each of these guys. Everybody gets 10. Everybody gets some. Everybody gets it. You get experience. You get experienced. Everybody gets some. The Destiny Pool. The PCs are more than simple soldiers, wanderers, and doctors. They are the main characters of the story, and they are touched by the Force with a great destiny. The destiny is represented in part by the Destiny Pool. Building the Destiny Pool. Each hero player now rolls the white Force die once. For each light side result rolled, place a Destiny Point token in the Destiny Pool with its white side showing. For each dark side just rolled, place a Destiny Point token in the Destiny Pool with its black side showing. And in fact, it's funny that they should say that because, well, I guess it is sort of white, but we'll see those tokens in a minute. And the Destiny Pool is a collection of Destiny Points tokens that both the GM and the hero players can manipulate. It should be placed within reach of as many players as is practical. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll. So we've got 4 characters. We're going to just, it doesn't really actually matter which character rolls which. So let's go ahead and just roll. I've got 2 dice. So that's 1 light, 1 dark. Let's go ahead and add that to the 1 light, 1 dark. And then the other 2 characters will roll, and that's 2 light side and 1 dark side. So we'll add 2 more. And 1 more dark side. So this is our pool. And, you know, technically, I should really do it. I should actually do this way. We're going to go ahead and... So that should have been 5, right? Yeah, that's 5. And then these 3 are going to be light side. Okay. Okay, so that's our pool. We'll see how that works. But we're going to try that out. And so, Destiny, both the GM and the hero players can use the Destiny pool to upgrade skill checks. Each time a check is performed, the active player may choose to spend one, and only one, Destiny to upgrade one ability die to a proficiency die. Then, the player controlling the character who is the target of the action in question may do the same, spending one, and only one, Destiny to upgrade one difficulty die to a challenge die. When the hero players do this, they spend one light side Destiny by flipping a Destiny point token from its light side to its dark side, and when GMs do this, they spend one dark side Destiny and flip it to light side. If there is no Destiny point tokens showing the appropriate face, the player cannot spend Destiny points until some have been flipped. And there are actually other uses for it. Like, for example, if when Marley were climbing around in the ship and or starting to, and nobody had a climbing gear, could have spent a Destiny Destiny point to just sort of fiat that there is climbing gear in the Sunstrider, that Marley packed a climbing kit in case she'd ever need it, and then they'd be able to go and get that, even though it's not on anybody's, or even if it weren't on anybody's equipment list, they could just sort of fiat that it's there. So the next choice for the hero players is what to do with the information they unearthed. It is very possible that, having read over their characters' backstories, they will decide they need to bring this information to the New Republic or the Resistance. Fira and Durm are both familiar with the Resistance per their backstories, and the GM can suggest to them that their characters would be interested in turning over this information. The GM can also have Misha pitch the possibility to the characters. She can even mention that the Resistance may find the information very valuable and might pay handsomely for it. There are some other loose ends that the hero players might have to deal with. If the PCs promised Jax a cut, which we did not... Hey, kitten, come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on, in my lap, not on the playfield. Come on. There we go. Lay down. Hi, BB. Did you come to play? We did not promise Jax a cut, so I'm going to skip that. Although the PCs likely want to leave and find the Resistance as soon as possible, they may also be worried about the fate of the Nomads. The Struss clan still wants whatever is inside the vault, after all, and members are unlikely to believe that it's old war intelligence. Generally, if the PCs flee the planet with the information, the Struss clan won't try to attack the Wanderer. At that point, it wouldn't be worth the fight. But if the PCs are concerned about their friends, they can spend some time fortifying the wreck and helping the Nomads prepare for an attack. The GM can proceed to Encounter 5. If the GM wants to explain that the Struss clan refrains from attacking the wreck directly during Encounter 5 and instead focuses its attack on the PCs and Marley's ship, or attacks the wreck only to be repulsed, then they may make the hero players feel like their actions have paid off. Well, I think it's definitely, I think they're gonna try and fortify. Drum was already working on the the blaster turret, trying to get that set up, and so I think they're gonna gear up for the fight. But that will be in the next session. But before moving on, I want to just sort of talk about what we've got with the with the advancement of the characters. So Derm Burmo has 10 experience points and can upgrade mechanic skill for 5, upgrade melee for 10, toughened talent increases his wound threshold for 5, and a surgeon talent, medicine checks to heal 1 wound, an additional wound. He's pretty good with mechanics already. And surgeon. I don't know about surgeon talent. Where is surgeon talent put? It doesn't really even say, does it? I think based on this, I think mechanics skill, he is pretty good at that, but it only costs 5. He could upgrade melee skill, but he didn't really use it all that much, and he was pretty successful at it. So I'm thinking he might go ahead and stick with it. And I think he's going to take mechanics and toughened. So he's gonna increase mechanics, which gives him a proficiency die in mechanics, up from 4 ability dice to a proficiency in 3 ability. And then I think he's also going to take the toughened talent, and that's going to up his wound thresholds from 12 to 14. So that's what we're going to do with him. Let's go ahead and give him Derm 5 XP for mechanics and 5 XP for toughened. Okay, so that's what he's going to do. Let's go ahead and talk about what Firabon is going to do. So Firabon has 10 experience points to spend on stuff. God damn it. What the hell? There it is. Kitty dirt everywhere. So Fira can upgrade for 10 experience points. She can upgrade her leadership skill, which would give her 2 proficiency dice. She can upgrade for 5 her vigilance, which would give her 1 proficiency. She can upgrade toughened, which would take her from 13 to 15 wounds. And she could do feral strength talent for 5, which adds 1 damage per rank of feral strength to 1 hit of successful attacks made using brawl or melee skills. I'm not feeling that one very much. She's already got a proficiency in leadership. I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should take the vigilance and toughened. Vigilance currently has 2 green ability dice, and then this would give her 1 rank, and so it would give her a proficiency die. And leadership takes all 10. So yeah, I'm feeling vigilance and toughened. So let's give her vigilance and toughened. So her vigilance is going to go from 2 ability, 2 green ability to a proficiency and an ability. And then her toughened is going to go, her wounds threshold is going to go from 13 to 15. And 5 XP to toughened. Okay, so that will set her up pretty good. So Tyrus, let's see. So Tyrus, what Tyrus has, and could spend 10 on perception. Perception is already, he's got 4 die, and one of those is a proficiency die. That seems like overkill. Skullduggery, he already has 4 dice in that. One of them would become proficiency die. Quick strike talent for 5. Gain quick strike talent, put a mark. It adds a boost die per rank of quick strike to combat checks made against any target that has not yet acted in an encounter. And then a stalker talent for 5 adds a boost die per rank of stalker to all coordination and stealth checks. Those 2 sound really good to me. I'm gonna go give him the quick strike and the stalker talent. So this is Tyrus. 5 XP for the quick strike. And 5 XP for Stalker. And these talents are actually, they appear on the talent tree later on. But we don't really have those. The game includes sort of a limited talent tree. And then Marley. Marley could spend 5 for perception. And she's currently got 2 ability. That would give her 1 proficiency in perception. Range light would go from... she's currently got a proficiency and 3 ability. That would give her 2 proficiency and 2 ability. Skilled jockey talent. Whenever you make a piloting check, you remove 1 setback dice from the dice pool before making the check. For example, you suffer no penalties to your pilot checks due to the Sunstrider's state of disrepair, which we may or may not have actually fixed already. Grit talent. The grit talent increases strain threshold. She's our main pilot. There is one other person on the team that has piloting, but I'm going to go ahead and actually get her skilled jockey and the grit talent. So Marley, we're going to spend 5 on skilled jockey and 5 XP on grit. Oops, that's an L. Not, yeah. Okay. So that's, I think, where we're gonna go with those guys. So we did upgrade some of our got some talents and did some upgrades. And that is going to take us into the next encounter.